to get to my father. Loken, he dropped my brother's head on the ground in front of me. I can't hand myself and my people over to the dwarves right now. If we fight our way out of this, and apparently we have someone here who can do that for us, we can get home. I can get home.
He looks at you, and all of a sudden, you hear a bird lands. And see. 1, 2, 3, 4 are on the ship, and your cuffs are like to have like the blue line in the center of them. It's like glowing. They have you onto a rail in the center of the ship, going down the center of the ship. The 4 of you are there. You can roleplay. By the way, it's like a large wooden ship. It has like a huge, gigantic, like 10-foot like steel brackets around the whole thing. And the front of the ship is a huge drill, and it has these 2 blocks of steel that must be like 10 feet by like 20 feet that close and shut. Okay, the drill comes in and shuts it, and you can ram another ship with it, and it opens up, and the drill comes out, and you can ram or drill, whatever it is.
Is this the thing? Is this like the thing I saw in the vision?
Yes.
Are there guards watching us?
And it doesn't look as big as the ones you saw,
Sure,
but this is
but it's similar.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
So it's probably the double size of a galleon.
Okay.
Are there guards watching us?
Yes. There's about, I would say, 4 guards at the entrance, 2 guards in the back.
How far?
They're probably about 50 feet away in each direction. They have you all in the middle together.
Bless you.
Last.
There's also some portholes, very small. The side is a porthole every like 5 feet.
Ah, well. At least the prince made it safely away. We can take solace in that. Whatever our fates may be.
Are we moving or are we like parked? Docked?
Docked.
Okay.
Well, it seems we've found a ship.
Still not going anywhere.
Should be no rush for this ship to leave. Be the last trip any of us take.
You go back to your scene, and you see him taking the raven and looking at the raven. He goes, "This raven is from one of yours. It's not from Kalon. It's from the monk you mentioned."
The 3 green?
Yes, but it's only one word. Let's listen.
Do you want to tell me what the message was, or do you want me just to say what I think you think I'm going to say?
So the message, if you want, you can say the message. We can role play it because it's backstory, but we can actually play it if you want to. So basically, you're reaching out to the monk and you're asking for the scroll or information of how to use that spell for the scroll, and you're hoping you can meet him. Where are you? You know. So if you want to say it now, you can. Look at me though. Don't look at him so that it's more real to it.
What do I know about him? Do I know his name?
No. No, he's like what's a title that you would have?
I guess my title would be, I'm a master of the way of the open hand.
Okay, so he's master of the open hand.
Okay.
So that's how you've been referring to him.
Okay.
Go ahead. So we're going back in time. So this was your message you sent out 5 times in variation. The master of the open hand.
Okay. Master, I present myself, Prince Kaltharzel of the Astral Elves. I am interested in your scroll. I would like to work out a deal for it. Please, tell me your price and where we can meet. Signed, Prince Kaltharzel.
Okay, that's the message you received. I finally
listened to it.
You finally listened to it. So we're now gonna role play what happened. We'll do that first. So weeks ago, you were sitting in a jail cell. You're sitting there just meditating. You open your eyes. You see a little, and a bird comes on the sill.
I grab it and try and shove it in my mouth.
Later on, the bird. So after like a minute or so, the bird reappears, like flies away, and then it comes back in like an hour.
I walk behind it, like with my back to it. I quickly turn around and try and eat it.
You eat it. You think you got it, and it's gone again.
You tricky bird.
So for this day, this bird comes back like 4 or 5 times, and you keep trying to eat it, and somehow it's grasping you, and you feel like this is almost like a superb part of training because you know that you put yourself here at the edge of the vortex of nil space because you feel an energy and you want to be close to it, and you feel like this is the vortex of nil space answering. It's giving you a test. Capture the bird, perhaps evolve into another state of being. So you spend the rest of the day trying to capture this bird, but then the vortex of nil space delivers you something that you did not expect. A second bird. And 2 birds. You try to catch them. Over the next few days, the number rises to 5 birds. Yet you cannot catch any of them. You spend the next week and a half trying to catch the birds to understand what's happening, trying to eat them.
Absorb their knowledge, and it's just not working. It's very frustrating.
Finally, you catch one bird. You get one bird, and before you can grasp to it, you move slowly, and the bird speaks, and you're in shock. And it says exactly what he just said. And then the bird takes his head, and it tilts it to you.
Neo space. Let's say.
Yeah. And that, we cut to the scene with you, and that's exactly what you hear from the bird. Nil space. Nil space. Vortex of nil space. Perhaps. Is that where you believe he is?
I have no idea. I believe my quest for this scroll must be cast off to the side for now.
Perhaps.
Do you think there's more to this?
I'm just thinking, if you could go home to the Citadel, yes, you would be with your father. But what they really need, if I'm understanding correctly, is the fortress is down and your brother is gone. They need the Astral Crystal more than him. Perhaps you're going in the wrong direction. And also, you're looking for a scroll to locate objects and such. You could use that to find the Astral Crystal. Your mission is one and the same. Your brothers. Do you not see?
We can obtain the scroll to find the crystals.
Yes.
How can we get to the vortices of nil space?
Ship.
Then let's find a ship.
Jacques comes down the stairs. He falls down the stairs. He goes, I have 3 wands and a sword that's talking to me, and it won't shut up. And his sword's going, hello! He throws it at the stairs. What is that thing? Who wants that?
The dwarves would be bringing us to the galactic prison in the vortices of nil space.
Yes.
Am I to hand myself over to my brother's murderers?
At least you wouldn't be wanted to be chased by everyone in the entire galaxy. When we're there, we'll figure something out. I'll go with you.
Loken,
And don't forget, I'm coming too. I'm gonna go. We're going to jail. I broke out at least 3 jails.
we could use you.
Yeah, I give me at the end of it. Give me a ship, and this way I don't have. Looks like I don't have to spend any crystal for it. I have to. Excuse me, I need to go hide my crystal. He walks upstairs. This is going to be painful.
Hope he's got something to put around him. Hope he's got something to put around
It took
him.
a second for me to get that.
The Ziploc bag.
Thank you, Logan. We'll go to Neil's space. We'll find the 3 cream. Get the scroll from him. Locate the crystals. Go to the crystals. And bring the crystals to my father. Simple.
Simple. Shot comes downstairs. I am ready. I need to walk like this. Let's go.
Okay.
He walks out. You guys make your way back over to near the tavern. You see Haldar there.
Are you ready? I don't want to say that you're resisting. Let's do it peacefully.
I hand myself over to the Galactic Empire.
So glad you see it. Take him.
They take you onto the ship. As they start walking with you. As you're walking, before you push you on, he stays. He's like,
I had the enjoyment of killing your brother. And I hope I get to kill you too. Perhaps later.
kind of pushes you on. You guys go on the ship. In about a couple minutes, you see everybody else. They put you in there with them, and then the ship leaves, makes its way about a mile off of the city. You spell jam. You guys are now riding to the vortices of nil space, actually to the galactic prison, which is at the edge of known space, circling the vortice. This is a place that has been designated as do not go.
Well, I guess we're going.
Your trip is long. It's about 3 days on this vessel. You're given basic rations, water, just enough to keep you alive. Finally, at the few port windows that you can see, you see this prison floating around a nebula. And the nebula is kind of like swirling. There's a couple of ships going heading in and out. Obviously, vessels coming from all corners of known space. But whatever is inside that nebula, no one knows. And it seems to almost be a break in the fabric of reality. Within about half hour later, you arrive. Your ship docks. And they have you make your way off of the ship into the facility. Aldar takes you to the warden. Shows the warden his paper. Well, we have some important prisoners. You are the prince, yes?
I am.
I will have you know that any sort of resistance will result in death. I consider it my privilege to hold you here safely. But if you or any of your companions step out of line, I will merely dispatch you on the spot. Do you understand me, Prince?
I understand.
That goes for all of you. Take them in. They bring you through a set of doors, and these doors have two spheres, it looks like orbs on the outskirts. You're all you have your binds on still. Reminder: the binds have that blue glow around the shackles, and you're pretty sure that magic is being barred or dampened or suppressed. They take you through this hallway. You're led in by the dwarves. The dwarves stop when the hallway begins, and you see some prison guards coming in. And the species are actually, in this case, they're humans. And the humans kind of take to the outside. They're very regimented. They kind of stand there perfectly. They let you guys walk in between them. Humans turn to the side, and they bring you into the prison. And you walk down a hallway that gives you a view of the outside, the vortice. And you just see this purplish nebula. From time to time, you see rocks coming in or going out of it. You even see some kind of life. In the distance, you see a whale just like floating through, even some fish. Definitely something unusual. Fish and whales and such like that are whales will probably be uncommon, but seeing fish around in wild space is not. But the types you see here are kind of exotic. Eventually, they bring you to your cells. They put you in 2 at a clip, and it's going to be as your tables are. Except you're not with him. You're by yourself. They put you into your cells, and in between the cells is not stone. It's actually an arcane field. You are able to see each other. 1, 2, 3. There are 5 cells of prisoners, and all the way down at the other end is a 3-creen monk. Very clear to see that who he is, what he's doing. He's meditating. And you even see a couple of birds around him that are dancing around.
I recognize the birds.
Yeah. You guys can all speak to each other. You can hear each other. You can role play.
Are there any guards there as we're there?
The guards kind of leave and they walk down the hallway, and then you can tell they're on patrol. So you imagine they would be passing from time to time.
Okay. How far is the 3-creen from me?
Every cell is about 10 feet, so it puts them about 60 feet.
Who's next to me?
They're on one side, they're on the other.
Okay.
I'll investigate the cell.
Go for it, give me a roll.
Floor.
Yep. Oh, you have. I'm sorry. You have Jacques and Loken, and they're in another cell after you guys.
Okay.
So 13.
13. Okay. You inspect this. You inspect the cell. The floor seems to be some sort of metal, and seems to be very strong. The arcane fields on both sides seem to go right down through into the metal. Although the front is just normal cell doors.
Okay.
So,
do I see any, like, I'm looking for cracks and spaces, like an inch or
you can
bigger?
get out. You can get out through the cell doors.
The front.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
The arcane field, like, if I test that, if I touch it,
It just feels solid. You don't get shocked or anything.
Okay.
Just a solid wall.
Okay.
You can role play, guys.
Well, Sherry, in case you were wondering where our missing ravens have gone, I point to them.
See all the way down at the end, you see the 3-creen sitting there, and the ravens are just kind of hanging out in the room with him.
You know that being as well.
One raven came back when I went to Loken.
What?
The 3-creen told me that he was here. We can use his scroll to find where the crystals are. And if we get out of here, we can deliver them to my father.
When we get out of here,
Yeah.
we will deliver them to your father.
Oh, absolutely marvelous, Your Highness.
I'm so glad I had to go through a 3-day vessel with a hangover just to go into prison sober. This is not the best.
How does this compare to the other prisons you've broken out of?
They're all prison. No one's perfect. We get out. A guard walks by and goes, we can't get out.
I try to make a note, see how long it is before another guard comes back.
Okay.
Is he is he behind bars?
Yeah,
The three
yes,
creen.
it's his own cell. So
The
he's
3-creen.
Yeah, he's in his own cell,
Own cell,
really
okay.
far down. You'd have to yell your loudest to get to him.
Your Highness, what is your plan now?
My plan is to speak to the Three Green. We'll make a
I
plan.
am at your service.
The plan
Plan is to
I
plan.
like it.
Do you know where we are? Do you know how far we are from anything civilized? Do you have any way of getting a ship? Do you have any way of getting out of here? Do you have any way of piloting a ship once we get out of here?
I have Spelljammer vessels before. I could take any ship, yes.
And do you think that they're just leaving a ship sitting in the dock waiting for us to come and take it?
No, but I did about 4 ships that are at dock. Each of them had a few guards on each of them.
We might be able to get our hands on one of those.
I think the rest of us are the only ones who are not expecting them to give us a ship. We will be breaking out of here, whether we have their permission or not.